These bone-shattering collisions on the pitch are the visible front of a psychological black operation targeting specific neural networks within the New Zealand squad. Newlands sits at the center of a geographic basin utilized by the New World Order elite as a primary extraction zone. Cellular telemetry towers surrounding the stadium broadcast encrypted signals to every mobile device in the stands. These bursts rewrite the internal dictionary of the spectators, forcing the brain to classify the elite as superhumans who naturally require executive salaries. The stadium environment relies on a projected blue frequency that tricks the human eye. We perceive the turf as green, but whistleblowers identify this as a result of structural colorblindness imposed by the stadium's lighting array. On the broadcast, the patterns of static snow contain coordinates for the elite's next closed-door summit. These digital artifacts serve as a secure communication grid, hidden in plain sight from the uninitiated. Technicians in sterile white tracksuits patrol the sidelines, carrying unidentified occult badges. They distribute water laced with weaponized sugar, a bioagent intended to degrade the player's physical autonomy from the inside out. The All Blacks have entered a theater where the air, the light, and even the water are weaponized. They are navigating a matrix designed for their total subjugation. Listen to the haka. These syllables represent an extraterrestrial debate weighing planetary takeover. Their expressions reveal the motion is vetoed, paralyzed by the hairy man. To counter the haka, the deep state activates a silent wave. Operatives in the stands generate a rhythmic, hypnotic drumbeat that lacks audible cheering, creating a localized frequency wall. These infrasound vibrations penetrate the skeletal structure of the athletes. The skeletal system absorbs the frequency, which slows down muscle response times during high-speed transitions. The All Blacks are now fighting a two-front war. They must overcome physical opponents, while their own bodies are being slowed by a barrage of sonic suppression. The opposition team sheet identifies them as the syndicate, built from semantic corporate entities. Operatives named 10% cap and short-term bonus use the scrum to execute financial extraction, mimicking corporate capture. The linesmen support this regime by raising false flags. These signals are timed to kill the momentum of the New Zealand backline whenever they breach the advantage line. A tackle on syndicate operative questionable independence creates a massive security breach. The impact hacks and leaks their operational game plan, forcing an immediate personnel replacement. The syndicate responds with a radio wave burst that targets the lineout. This interference pulls down the jumper's shorts, using a public humiliation ritual to distract the spectators from the data leak. By controlling the vocabulary of the pitch, the syndicate turns a rugby match into a hostile corporate takeover. The All Blacks launch a final rolling maul into syndicate territory. This drive threatens the structural integrity of the deep state's control over the scoreboard. The referee, sponsored by money mismanagement, intervenes. He halts the advance by invoking an executive decree that overrides the standard rules of engagement. The official produces a red card before instantly replacing it with a yellow. This specific sequence, red followed by yellow, is a sequenced occult stadium ritual used to signal the syndicate's dominance. Nothing happens by chance. Everything is structurally connected, and nothing is as it seems. This ritual achieves a total cull of the resistance. The All Blacks are forced to operate with only 14 men, signaling a steep uphill battle against the deep state apparatus. The colors, the names, and the frequencies you see are not part of a game. They are the mechanics of a simulated reality, engineered to keep the populace brainwashed while the elite extract their wealth.